Thank you very much. Gracias.
And you've been listening to the fine guitarist player, Joaquin Gustave. That's right, over here at Third Rock. Man, wonderful player. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the 01 Time Show. That's right, today we are shooting from the Acme City, the South Side. That's right, Sunbeam owns it. Contacted me, says, hey, Adam, I got this really cool TV station up here. You get a chance, why don't you come shoot one over here? So you know what, I'll pop in here once in a while and shoot one. It's a really beautiful sim, and if nobody's been here before, you really ought to take a look at it. The build is still going on. It's never going to end. I mean, my God, you got mine there over here. You got her partner. You got everybody over here just having more fun than you'll ever know. The build is phenomenal. But my show today is about misinformation, and well, you know how that goes when I'm always being misquoted. Got them haters out there, but it's time to go to school. So this is what this show is about. Take them to school and let them use their own words. And I want you to know something right now. If you think those shows are edited, Maul, when they go to YouTube, don't do that no more, because I record right from the live show next time. So remember that, okay? That's good. Live is good too. I like it. I'm one of your biggest fans. Don't forget it.
Yes, the third month of the year, and it is the year 2015. Yes, I'm still remembering it. Good show there. Today,
it seems to me that Inworld's review needs a little more of a kick. Every time I respond to them, it seems the rating's gone up. They went up to 74 hits. It's fantastic. Still having 4 and 5 viewers, but that's too bad. Maul is a wonderful chap. I'm going to let y'all in a clue. I like Maul, and I like what he does. I just hate it when he's stupid and he acts stupid. Guys hate it when I act stupid, but I act stupid most of the time, right? At least that's what the haters think. But Maul and Maria, do your homework, okay? This is what we're going to do. I'm gonna help you out here. First of all, I'm gonna let you see what's going on with you guys. All right, it's not a bad thing. It's just that you guys, come on, do your homework. You all know I did a show on a certain grid that has a console that the end user, not a sim owner, not a grid owner, not no owner, just a person that can log in, make an account, immediately go get stuff from content creators and make it up, put it on their hard drive, and I showed how easy it was to convert that into you being the creator. All right, that's what the show was about, okay? That's what the show was about. Not about sim owners, not about grid owners. It was about the ability to take stuff immediately off a grid that you have really not even really participated in, all right? That's what my show was about. Anybody could do that immediately within minutes of registering an account with this grid. That's what the show was about. It was not about people who were invested in getting up an open sim and connecting it to it. It was not about none of that stuff. But as usual, they are so misinformed. They went on to talk about all kinds of stuff. Let's back in February 28th, they did a show when they first brought up the whistleblower thing that Roddy over at GCG he called it the whistleblower. And the whole time I was in contact with him, and I told him, you need to educate your people. Your grid's fine. Your grid's secure. I told you months ago it's secure.
Is an ATEC resident who has this control panel can literally take anything they bought anywhere on the hypergrid, or any freebies they got for that matter, and back up that inventory offline, then upload them to a new grid at a later point where they appear to be the owner of all that content.
An open grid allows people to connect home-based regions. Open grids have been around since the first day of OpenSim. And if you connect a region to an open grid, you are the god of that region. You have access to its database, everything. You can give yourself god powers. You can save your inventory. You can save the entire region. This has been around since.
Now, to be fair here, the point is, the story was on the end user could go in and do this. I don't even want to mention this grid, but they do, all right? And the thing is this. That's not what the show was about. It wasn't about that at all. It was about an end user, not a sim owner. Again, a sim owner has got vested in it. All right? Everything. A lot of information goes back and forth between the grid owners and the open sim.
It's first of all something you've always been able to do, with or without ATEC. Second, it's a long, way, hard, difficult road to stealing content when you can just take a copybot into a big shopping mall on Second Life and steal everything you see without having to pay for it first. So if you are a copybotter, stealing these things like one at a time by taking over around the hypergrid is the slowest, most expensive way to do it.
Now, their argument on this is anybody can take a copybot viewer onto a grid and just take whatever they want. Let me tell you what. That's crazy if you guys actually think you can do that and not get caught after a while and your IP picked up. You got grid owners checking this out all the time. It's still going to leave a mark of a transaction being done. Everything's going one direction. And you're going to get caught. Your IP is going to get taken up, and it's going to track you right back. You guys, stop that. Stop it. It's cheaper just to buy the item, make a nice copy of it, change it to the way you want it a little bit, and put it back out there. Stop being stupid.
Funny, last week we had a brief discussion about somebody who does a so-called daily news show about hypergrid and stuff, and lots of opinion thrown in. They do seem to be focusing on Second Life at the moment quite a lot, so I wonder why. But they did raise the point that one grid apparently provides a console.
Two grids provide a console.
Just a second. There's more to it than that, which allows people to literally, back up their IAR files, users this is, not grid owners, and, keep those, and then there's nothing to stop them uploading those files onto a completely separate grid at some point, at which point everything in that inventory file gets relabeled as being owned by the person who uploaded it.
Now, you see, Mal actually watched the show and was informed. He actually saw that an end user that was not a sim owner, that was not a grid owner, that had nothing to do, could go in there and buy content and immediately put on his hard drive and become the content creator. See? Now, isn't he a brilliant man? Let's look and listen to what he has to say now.
Now, in fact, this was a bit of a nasty sort of scare kind of story, because in the background, especially grid owners who have always had this facility, you have to rely on trust to a certain extent. And just because this particular grid had a console that they provided to users doesn't mean they're actually anything special. Basically, any grid will be, there are ways and means that anybody can do that. So this reporter wasn't really fair in targeting one grid when, in fact, it was just something they made a bit more obvious than otherwise. And so we were talking about criminality and things, and basically, if it's not cost effective for somebody to steal something or whatever, they're not actually likely to do it. I mean,
So now what you really want to do is you want to go back and watch these shows all the way through, where Maria and him, and go back 3 weeks, I don't care how many shows you go back. You go back and you watch them all, and where he explains that Metropolis has the same backup, and that Craftworld does, Third Rock does. It's all recorded on your shows, guy, all right? So I want you to know something. I went to these grid owners, and I wanted to see if this was true. That the end user, a person that does not own a sim, does not own nothing, but just has an account with them, is able to do this so-called IRA backup and immediately own it onto their hard drive. All right, so let's just take a look. Okay, so we're going to look here at Craftworld. We'll go ahead and log it in. There I am, all logged in. I look at the sim management tools. Right there, sim management tools. And you click those, and guess what? My sim management. Back to me. There you go. See? Nothing good. Then we go over to Metropolis. Then we go down to their tools. There you go. They show my inventory, but you can't back none of this up, and you can't put it on your hard drive. There you go. Don't you guys get it? Go to OS Grid, the most open of them all. Log her in. Go to all my tools. There you go. Go to my grid tools. Boom. There's nothing on there that says I can back that up. And I even have a grid there. A sim there, I mean. So, what's going on, guys? Where is this? Again, you guys tell the people, do your homework. Okay, so Mal Burns, great chap, been on the show, he's been doing the show 7, 8 years, whatever. Supposedly he was a real life personality, started out in the teen grid, Second Life, nice guy, great chap. I learned a lot from watching him, as a matter of fact, good guy. But he came out to the Great Canadian Grid and went into their media area and whatever, has a sim there, kinds of cool stuff. And so I went in there and I did a poll on what people thought. So let's just take a look at this poll. Just to let you know, Mal, we did a poll over here at Great Canadian Grid. Would Great Canadian Grid like to have a weekly news event show? Now, we got 3 votes for me and had 12 votes that said they didn't want none at all. 1 not by me, and yes, 1 by another. Here's the thing about that, Mal. You're at Great Canadian Grid, and they don't even want you there. I mean, what's the deal? Go look at it. Everybody, get in there. All you haters, get over there and get in that forum and start checking that you want Mal in there and get that in there. Because that's what participation is in a poll. And you haters, get in there and make sure that you get those haters in there and you check that. No, not by Adam. 01 time, okay? Get in there and make sure you do it. Because that's what a poll is about. Well, Mal, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm a fan of yours, and I'm not going to stop watching your show. 1 is because I really do like you. And 2, I do think you bring a great service to the place here. But I'm going to be honest with you. Give the people the truth, do your homework. And Maria, the show is about an end user being able to back up IAR right to the hard drive. Now you all get it straight. Stop construing. This was a serious thing to the vendors on that grid. Enough where they didn't know about it, and we educated them. I did the video for them. Now you all want to get it right, get it right. Roddy, you didn't educate your people before you put that thing out there and you call it the whistleblower. I love you, bro. Keep the Skype messages coming to me. And, Mal, you put a poll in there because I'm going to vote for you. I want to see your show there. And I like to see a little larger sign behind you that says the Great Canadian Grid there behind you, you know. Or are you ashamed of being in Great Canadian Grid? I don't think you are. So, let's see a little bit something there. Something about the people that actually facilitate that closed grid for you. All right? Thanks. Well, everybody, we've come to the end of the show. I'm running out of time. Inworld's review. Don't turn into a Fox News. Misinformation. Tell people what you want them to tell. Go to the grid owners like I did. Go open up a sim there. Go do it. Go use the tools like they're supposed to be used. All right? And do it. Don't just sit there and blah, blah, blah. This is what it is. All right? Get it done. Do your homework. We're out of here. DJ Adam, 01 time. Y'all have a great day.